In this video, we want to talk the proper way how to use your hips. I recently had a conversation with one of my high schoolers who just joined the program, and he was telling me that he was struggling with creating power or rotational power from his hips. He was saying that he was not feeling that he was creating enough speed with them. And more often than not, like when we talk about to creating rotational power with your hips, guys are often thinking like it's how hard do they rotate going forward to be able to create pad speed and get the exit velocity that they're looking for in order for them to hit the ball hard. But the part that I seen that most guys are missing or skipping, it's what we call counter rotation. So to keep in mind, like before I try to go forward and I want to go forward at the highest speed as possible, I have to go backwards. Like back in the day when the Royals, my hitting coaches used to tell me like try to think, for example, like an airplane engine is usually pointing back, but the airplane is going forward. So to make it as simple as possible, if I want to create the highest amount of speed with my hips, I have to work with how to engage with them on my counter rotation, meaning I have to load them before I explode. And guys are often trying to create speed when they're about to swing, when they go forward, but they don't have anything behind it. So they pretty much starting when the speed that they create when they're from their hips from 0 to 100. So it's a lot easier that when we catch momentum from one segment, from one joint to the other, be able to create that rhythm and capture that momentum. So when I'm going forward to create the speed I'm looking for, I'm gonna be so much quicker and it's gonna be a lot easier for me to generate speed. So in the part of your swing, either if you're a guy who do a leg kick, or toe tap, or just peeling your front heel off the ground to swing, there's a part on your swing that you have to counter rotate, meaning that you're gonna go back before you're going forward. And the guys who does it and get in trouble doing it or overdoing it is because they have their shoulders, their upper half involved. So they either trying to close up their shoulders when their hips, kind of like having the hips and shoulder working at the same time, working together. And this is one of the things that we have to master, how to work separately from my lower half and my upper half. They have to work against each other for me to be able to create these type of patterns, to be able to create torque, and then also to work with that counter rotation that I'm talking about. Like, not because my shoulder is gonna close means that that movement is created by my shoulder. So that movement have to come from my hips, and then my shoulders I want to move a bit because of it. So when you're just trying to create that counter rotation going from your shoulders and your hip working at the same time and doing this, that's also bad, because then the angles that we create, we're gonna start rolling over and just casting, because my shoulders are getting into this position. Then the only time or the only way how I can get it out of this position is just going across from it and just pretty much going outside the strike zone and creating another problem. But that's another topic that we can cover in a different video. What I'm trying to cover in this video, like the main reason what I like to use this type of water tanks, I like to have these water tanks just above my hips and my lower back, and just work on that counter rotation, that counter rotation I'm talking about, going from here and then exploding, creating that internal rotation, rotating against that front side, not just giving up on it and just like pretty much flying open with my front side too, which that's another problem. But for now, that's essentially the type of move that we're looking for. If I'm doing a leg kick, it's gonna happen when I go here, right? That's the coil, and that's the way how I engage with that back hip. And then I'm trying to maintain that coil and create that positive move with my backside, creating that screw type of movement, holding my hips close. By the time that I land into my lunge position, I maintain that stretch. I maintain that separation across my body on my anterior oblique slings. Try to think like the rubber bands that you have across your chest. You're not collapsing on your backside with it either. And then it's a lot easier to create a linear move straight to the ball instead of just like going here and then closing up so much when you upper half, or even worse, you're thinking like you want to be neutral on your hips, and then by the time that you swing, you're just going forward and there's not much behind of your swing. That's one of the main things that I see when guys who don't create that counter rotation, they know they're not consistent hitting the ball hard with backspin, just because essentially they don't have anything behind of their swing, and they have a lack of speed and that bat speed that we're looking for in order for us to hit the ball hard too as well. Are some of the things that I seen with some of the high schoolers I've been working with recently. If you want to work with me one-on-one, the link is down below. We can book a call and trying to talk about your number one struggle, your number one goal, and trying to build a plan for it. And I promise, like in the next 2 or 3 months, you're gonna be a completely different hitter, trying to just pass the message, pass the same type of training that I did in high school, that I did in Pro Bowl, and the experience that I have coaching at the D1 level, and now coaching over 100 high school players, trying to play in college, and sharing that experience with you, so it's so much easier for you to play at the level that you're trying to go, not because you're just trying to hear from somebody else that never did it. From you want to hear it, and you want to train from somebody who's been there and done the same thing and play and coach at the same level that you're trying to go to. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I talk to you guys later.